Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I want us to talk about a topic that might seem unconventional to many: finding happiness without friends and embracing the life of a loner. When you think of the word loner, what are the first thing that comes to your mind? Antisocial, alone, lonely, shy, or even a weirdo. These are the most common abstemious words that comes to our mind when we hear that someone is a loner or when we hear the word loner. The society has conditioned us to believe that friendship is an essential ingredient for happiness. What if I told you that true contentment can be found within ourselves? So guys, in this video I want to share with you my personal journey of finding happiness and fulfillment as a loner. Comparing myself to a lot of people, I think my case is the opposite. What I mean by this is a lot of people while growing up, they tend to have less friends. Then when they grow older, get into schools and all that, they have more friends, they gravitate upwards with friendship. But as for me, while I was growing up, I had a lot of friends from university, from school, from church, from events, name it. Wherever I go to, I tend to make friends or leave that place with friends. That was because I don't know if it's because I am friendly or because of my nature or my personality, but I tend to always have friends wherever I go to. But these days, as I'm growing older, I'm noticing some navigation when it comes to my friendship life or friendship pattern. My circle of friends isn't so big as it used to be back in the days. Now, has this been a good thing for me or not? I guess we'll find out soon. If you're new here, welcome to the channel. My name is Cynthia Patrick. I post content on mental health and overall well-being. Guys, the sun is reflecting to my eyes and I'm about to go blind right now, so I need to change my glasses. Bear with me so that I don't get blind. Alright, so guys, in my last video on friendship, I talked about how I didn't really have friends, and I said I was going to make a video on this topic, and I feel like this video is needed. First of all, I brought a watermelon to this park, and we are going to do justice to it. I'm just going to cut a little bite from here. Woo! Alright, here we go. Here we go. So guys, this tastes so fresh and sweet. You see, being a loner doesn't necessarily mean that someone is lonely. It simply means embracing your own company and finding solace in activities that brings you joy. The other day, I was in town, and after finishing what I was doing, I decided to go wait for my husband in a restaurant because he finishes up so late from the office towards evening. So I had a lot of time in my hand to go have some lunch in a restaurant and probably study alone with my laptop, my water, and my plate of pasta. And this guy comes up to me. This guy approaches me I was just sitting, and he approaches me and he's like, sorry, can I have a seat? He asked me if he could sit with me in my table, and I was confused for a bit. Then I'm like, do I know you? Because I literally don't know him, and I didn't want to come off as a rude girl or something like that. So I'm like, do I know you? Then he said I was sitting alone. He saw me sitting alone and he thought I needed some company. Mind you, I had a fork full of pasta about to be consumed by me, and I stopped and looked at him and I asked him, what made you feel like I needed company? I asked him with this very straight face. You know, when someone is very serious, I literally just looked up at him because I was looking down at my pasta, and I'm like, what made you feel like I needed company? Maybe he got scared and he left. But while he was about to walk away, I told him thank you for checking in on me, because probably he might actually think that I'm lonely since I'm eating alone in a restaurant. He thinks that I'm lonely, or ouch, or I have no friends. And the truth is that I was actually enjoying my alone time, honestly, because I was literally sitting alone, eating my pasta, browsing the net. But someone else felt the opposite, because probably he doesn't make out time to do all this by himself, or he thinks eating alone is some kind of a taboo, or whoever eats alone or stays on their own is lonely. This goes back to what I said at the beginning of this video about how the society has conditioned us to believe that friendship are essential ingredients for happiness. So if you've ever felt like you don't quite fit into the mold society has placed upon us, if you've ever questioned whether happiness is possible with a large circle of friends, then you need to listen to this, because contentment begins with ourselves. You know that while I was sitting in that restaurant alone eating, I felt peaceful, I felt free. If I was sitting down there with a couple of friends, the feeling that I was feeling, or the feeling that I had at that time, might not be the same. The moment I understood the meaning of friendship was the moment I started being selective with the people I call my friends. Honestly, we can't continue going around calling everyone we know our friend. This is my friend, this is my friend, this is my friend, for crying out loud. Some people are meant to be our neighbor. Some people are our neighbors, our college friend, our school friend, I don't know, our acquaintance. It's not everyone that will just go around and categorize that person under friendship zone. Guys, the bugs are killing me. So in my primary school, my secondary school, and my university, I made friends that were actually incredibly close to me. Friends that were so attached to me. I made a lot of friends, and even though I was having a lot of friends and making memories, I often felt left out and lonely, because I was trying to understand and stay close to everyone in that friend group, and trying to stay friends with everyone was mentally draining to me. However, there is a difference between being alone and being lonely. Yes, having no friends doesn't make you a loser, or doesn't automatically mean that you're gonna be lonely. I've met people who don't understand the concept of spending time with themselves. Hence, they have thousands of friends, and yet they still feel lonely even though they are not alone. Now, don't you think it's more better for you to stay alone, doing your own thing, than being surrounded with friends who make you feel lonely? Maybe the period in which you have no friends is actually the time when you can focus on yourself and make yourself a better person than you were before. You can learn to enjoy your own company, go to movies by yourself, find a new hobby, sharpen the skills that you already have. Start taking care of yourself, your garden, your room, decluttering, or whatever you want to try. There's a lot of activities that you can actually do alone. For example, today I woke up and I felt like coming to this beautiful garden to eat this wonderful watermelon, even though the bugs are biting me right now. I forgot to apply my bug cream. But these are the little things that actually matter. This is another way you can learn to spend time alone and do the things that matters and build your self-confidence, your self-development. I've been indoors lately, watching movies and everything. So I just decided to come out, and receive some fresh air with the nature surrounding me and shoot this video right now. Also do some yoga that you saw me doing earlier. I brought my yoga mat also. Whenever I'm in this location, I love me some good yoga and some mindfulness practice, because it has a way of opening and unclogging those pores and letting my energy flow. Anywho, we're not here to talk about my yoga practice. We are talking about being a loner, and these are one of the things that I love doing alone. And most of the times, having no friends can actually give you the time to pamper yourself and start doing things that you've always wanted to do when you didn't have time to, because you were too busy with your social life. And trust me, anytime you finally make friends again, bet me, there will be moments when you miss being alone and wish that you have more time to yourself. Happiness is who we are. Happiness is in us. Friends like the weather come and go as needed in this life. I feel like happiness is a choice that we can make. Then we can bring happiness into each experience that we have. The sense of loneliness that you feel sometimes, I know, I've been there, you've been there, we've all been there. Okay, but the reason for this is because we've made a lot of emphasis on needing someone to be happy. Like, we can't just be happy on our own, literally. I don't know who made that rule. Who came up with that rule? Like I said before, I used to have a lot of friends who all go out, go to events, go to parties, restaurants, and I always be posting these beautiful pictures that I always took, and I will feel happy. That's the truth. At that moment, I always feel so happy. Yes. Was I happy? Yes. Did I feel less alone? No. Because having a bunch of friends doesn't mean that you are going to be happy. I still have that feeling that no one understands me, because sometimes the conversation gets weird and it leaves me wondering, am I different? Because I couldn't really be my authentic self, because I was trying to make myself fit into this friendship groups and whatnot, or portray myself in a certain way just so that I can be liked by them. I just felt the need to keep up in order to be accepted by them. A therapist taught me that there are different types of friends. Group 1 is the people you are willing to be vulnerable with, and you know that you can trust them. This kind of settings will always tend to be a smaller group of people. Then group 2 is a large group of people whom you are just friendly with and you will occasionally hang out with at all these social functions, events, or dinner. Then group 3 is a much larger group of people who are like, you just know them and you just, you people that you just know, but they are more casual, like casual acquaintance. The key point is that group 2 and group 3 friends are still important to cultivate. You just need to realize who fits into what category of friendship and set unrealistic expectations. So after everything I've been through in my quest for better, healthy friendship, I realized that sometimes we don't really know who to trust, and trust has always been a major factor when it comes to friendship. A lot of people just prefer to be alone recently, and that's how I've been feeling, just to be alone, protect my peace, because my peace is so important to me. And sometimes you don't know what people are thinking about you, or the motive that they have, or what they are thinking, or what they are saying when you're not in the room. You have people saying one thing to your face and at your back it's a different thing. Like, it doesn't even make sense to me. Anytime a friend in a group comes up to me to gossip about their supposed friends, I always tend to listen carefully, and I always get scared at the same time, because if you're saying these things about this person to me that you call your friend, then what are you saying about me? I mean, it's scary. If you can say these things about your friend, then what would you say about me? Personally, for me, I feel like networking and having a sense of belonging is important, because we all are humans and we all need some form of social interactions to kind of meet our hierarchy of needs and wants. But honestly, I do not believe that the only way to get that is by being in a large circle of friends or anything. You will hear a lot of people talking about relationships that they have had to let go because it was holding them back, or either holding them back emotionally or mentally. So with all this being said, as someone who used to have a lot of friends, I realized that the best thing I could do for myself is try to figure out a way that I can have peace and joy in being on my own and not being desperate that I need people to do stuff with. At this point, I just feel like friendship is important, but categorizing them is more important. And what I'm not gonna do is making it a top priority, as if I'm desperate to have friends or something like that. When you meet the right people, trust me, you will know. You will feel it in your bone. You will feel it. And the thing is, you have to put yourself in a situation where that will happen. Like, go to more events, put yourself out there where you can potentially meet people without necessarily having to do too much. And if it eventually happens and you get to meet someone and the person isn't reciprocating the same energy, it's okay to leave. It's okay to leave. It's just like dating, for example, right now. Yeah? So you're dating someone or you meet someone and this person isn't reciprocating the same vibe, then what does that say to you? It says boldly that they are not interested in you. So, and you don't have to feel bad about it or sit in one place and whine away time when there's a lot of things that you can be doing alone. The one relationship that I have right now, and I'm so grateful for, is the one with my husband. I don't care if it makes me look like I only do stuff with him. I don't care if it's people look at it like, oh, you only do stuff with your husband, you guys are always together and whatnot. Because literally right now he's waiting for me over there. I'm here filming this video. He just finished from work and branched in here. So I basically do almost everything with him because he's literally like my best friend, the only person I have, because I'm so free with him and I can be myself with him. I can be authentic. I can be Cynthia. I trust him and I can feel free to tell him whatever I want to tell him. And I feel safe with him. I feel happier, and I feel like that's what friendship is all about. People that you feel safe with and people that you can be yourself in front of. rather than trying to pretend to be someone else or be worried if I'm going to be accepted in some friendship group. It's okay to be a loner. It's okay to be selective of your friends. It's okay to spend time with yourself and focus on your self-development and becoming a better version of you. And finding comfort and spending time alone, just like I'm doing right now. Sometimes I feel like the mindset is really important. Like having to reframe your mindset and position it in a way that you want to think matters a lot. I know it may seem hard sometimes, but it's worth it. Think about it. I think it's worth it. What do you guys think? What do you think? Right now, I feel like this is the most peaceful I have ever been. And the reality of how many friends I have haven't really changed, but my mindset has. So if there is anything I want you to take out away from this video, it's going to be to appreciate that there is absolutely nothing to feel ashamed of. It's okay to enjoy time alone, and you can learn to embrace and appreciate that there is absolutely nothing to feel ashamed of. And you don't have to be a certain way because of what you see on social media. At the long run, all that matters is your peace, your values, and to be the most authentic person for yourself. If a friendship blossoms, let it be. Some relationships can actually be fulfilling, honestly. However, you should not be psychologically dependent on anyone, otherwise your happiness is doomed. So learn to go out there, go to restaurants, eat alone, events, the park, like this park. Enjoy your time alone. Maybe you struggle with meeting new people and making conversations. Whatever the reason is, having no friends does not make you worthless or unloved. Be patient, focus on yourself first, and the right people will navigate their way towards you. Remember, happiness can be found within ourselves, and true contentment too can be found within ourselves. You just need to be contented with your person and believe that you can actually have fun by yourself. I have always wanted to make this video, and I really hope that you will watch it as many times as you want. And if you made it this far, thank you so much for watching. I would also love to hear your stories or advice for people that might be in similar situations, so feel free to share them in the comment section. Okay, so if you've gone through this before, making friends, the hardship of being a loner and everything, and you're happy at the stage you're in, please do share in the comment section. Someone can learn from your comments. Okay, and I am also going to be in the comment section chatting with you, and I cannot wait to chat with you. So share your own story, and if you haven't booped that like button, what are you waiting for? Make sure to do so. Okay, and if you're new to this channel, welcome to the community. Welcome to my channel. My name is Cynthia Patrick. Thank you so much for sticking around. Please do make sure to click on any of those videos on the screen right now for me. I will see you in the next one. Bye. You want some?